I'm Christy Jordan of SouthernPlate.com, and I asked them if you had any questions for me on the Southern Plate Family Facebook page, and you asked some wonderful ones, so I'm going to do a couple of videos and answer some of them. This is a really neat one. Julie Sweeney said, and she said, okay, I'm quoting here, "Your blog is so well written. How did you satisfy your urge to write before you started it? Also, what has been the most pinch myself moment of the whole adventure?" Thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. I love to write. I've always loved to write, and I'm actually working on a blog post explaining how that started when I was 7 years old. Before I blogged, I've always written fiction. It's a hobby of mine. I like to write historical fiction. And I haven't published any historical fiction, but I've written a couple of books, start to finish and things. I just write it for my own enjoyment. And I still write a lot of fiction because it's just something I enjoy doing. I like to read, but where most people read, I just soon write my own story. So I create my characters, and I usually place them somewhere in the 1800s, sometimes earlier. And I just write these stories in my head, and I type them. They come from my head, and so that's something I really enjoy doing. I get a kick out of it because I love to write. And sometimes I get frustrated because I'll go and look for a book to read, and it doesn't end the way I think it should, or it doesn't go the way I wish it would, and so I just write my own. So that's something I enjoy doing. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I read a lot of fiction. Okay, let's see. Oh, what has been the most pinch myself moment of the whole adventure? When I went to Southern Living, and they showed me the spread for the big 7-page layout, but then the executive editor said, "Oh, you need to see the table of contents page," and he went to his office and he brought it back, and it was my kids on the table of contents. That was, and their beautiful faces, and I'm not biased, but their little smiles and their soft faces and their sweet eyes. That was the most wonderful moment for me. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Sue, which I've actually got to meet Sue too. Sue lives in Australia, and she came over here last summer, I think, summer before last, and I got to go meet Sue, so that was cool. I would like to know of all the celebrity chefs, who would you most like to work with if given the opportunity? I don't really know who the celebrity chefs are. Chefs intimidate me, and I tend to avoid chefs because I don't consider myself a chef. I'm a cook. And I have met a couple of, higher profile chefs and stuff, and they've all been extremely kind and sweet and gracious, even though I've been intimidated meeting them. They've just been plain old people. So I don't really consider people to be celebrities because I don't think anybody's better than anybody else just because you know more people or anything. So I can't, and I don't watch any food TV, and I don't read any food magazines or anything like that. So I don't really know what's out there, or who's out there. I did that video once, and they had Artie Sequoia, I don't know how to pronounce it. They had her introducing it, and I didn't know who she was, and I sent the email and said, "Y'all got to hear this beautiful woman's accent and then my accent in comparison. This is hilarious," because they had spliced it together where she was talking about my video, and then it would cut to me doing it, and then it would cut to her, and I had no idea who she was, and so my readers were like, "That's Artie Sequoia." I was like, "Oh, okay, well, I didn't know." So, I mean, I don't know. I don't consider celebrities to be any more important than anybody else. If I got a chance to work with anybody, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to come to your houses and meet your grandmamas and get to see them cook something that they grew up with. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to get to meet some people's grandmamas and cook with them. That would be the biggest honor. I mean, can you imagine getting to do something like that? How could, I'd rather cook with your grandmama than go cook with Oprah. I don't even know if Oprah can cook. I'm sure she can. She lived on her own for a while. Oprah, you got to be a good cook. And she likes food. But, that was just the first celebrity person that came to mind. I guess she's considered a celebrity, right? Okay. That was a hard question. I'm trying to find who asked this. Somebody said, and I can't find the name. Please forgive me. Maybe I didn't print it out on this one. Oh, here we go. Michelle Pierce. Let's learn something about you. If I gave you $100 that you had to spend on yourself, not the kids, and Walmart had burned down, and you had to shop somewhere else, where would you go? What would you do with the money? I've actually kind of quit going to Walmart lately. I've been there twice in the past 2 months. That's shocking, ain't it? I've started really loving my little Kroger where I can talk to people and get help if I need it and somebody to check me out. That's my main thing. I haven't been able to find anybody to check me out and I end up with this whole buggy full of groceries. I have to do self-checkout and running late and it's just kind of frustrating. So my love of Walmart has diminished lately. I'm getting into the whole love of customer service thing. But this was the hardest question. I thought about this for 2 days. I even called Mama to get her help. And we couldn't come up with anything. So here's what I finally came up with. There's this shampoo that I like, and it's peppermint scented. And it's at Walmart. But you can also get it at the grocery stores. And it comes in this green bottle with a gold lid, and it's like $6.99 a bottle. And that's a lot to spend for just a bottle of shampoo. And I'd like to buy that. I'd buy some of that because I've only bought it like twice. And I'd get the conditioner too. So that would be like $15 tax and all. But that's a lot to spend just on shampoo and conditioner. And I don't know what else I would buy. That's really hard. Because I keep coming back to things for the house. I don't need any more dishes. I don't need anything. That's the thing. I really don't need anything. I'd like to buy some expensive shampoo, but I don't need anything. And you said just for me, so I'm thinking nothing. Groceries wouldn't work because when I have extra money, I like to go and buy like expensive groceries. I'll buy like a big roast, and have a big roast meal for people, or maybe I'll buy the ingredients to make a dessert that's a little more expensive than I usually do. My husband got a raise once when Brady was little, and I just went kind of fruit crazy. We bought all kinds of fruit, everybody's favorite fruit, and we had all this fruit in the house all the time, and that was fun. So maybe I'd go buy a bunch of fruit. Ooh, I'd buy me a whole case of oranges, navel oranges, an entire case of really big ones. And then, see, now I'm getting hungry. And this is selfish. And then I'll buy a case of ruby red grapefruits. That would be fun. Okay, so I'd buy shampoo, conditioner, oranges, and grapefruit. How's that? Well, this has gone on. It's almost 8 minutes long. So, thank you for listening, and I think I'm going to quit doing videos for a while because I've got several videos I've done here, one after the other. So if this is the first one you're watching, that's what I'm saying. I think I've done about 6 now, maybe. But all right, well, okay. Well, I'm gonna answer one more question in my next video because it's a good one. I'll talk to you soon. This is over 8 minutes long. Love y'all. Thanks for sitting through my ramblings. Bye.